Other interesting business news, you have the 2026 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster to be the quickest convertible on sale. Now, this comes with thanks to Chris, who's a writer at thedrive.com, in which they say, quote, 2026 Aston Martin Vantage Roadster has the quickest folding convertible top on sale. The Vantage Roadster can get from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, but the real accomplishment is when you're going from closed to open in 8 or 6.8 seconds, which, I've never been a big fan of convertibles. They're becoming more and more rare these days. Very few brands are actually manufacturing them anymore, but it doesn't look too bad in the picture right there. I think it's a little disappointing because I'm pretty sure it's just a V8 made by Mercedes, which, Mercedes makes great stuff, but when I think Aston Martin, I think handcrafted, really a work of art V12 with a stick shift. And spoiler alert, even though this is a moderately good commercial advertisement or announcement, it's an automatic only, which is a little disappointing, or at least the one pictured is. Now they say, quote, Aston Martin has unveiled a new Vantage Roadster, the convertible version of its quote-unquote entry-level sports car that aims to deliver open-air motoring that's just as sharp as the athletic fixed-roof sibling. The Vantage Roadster is 132 pounds heavier than the coupe thanks to the folding soft top that can open and close in 6.8 seconds, making it what Aston Martin claims to be the quickest electric folding convertible roof on sale today. It can do this thanks to the speeds, at speeds up to 31 miles per hour. Like the coupe, the Vantage Roadster uses the 4-liter twin-turbo AMG V8, making 656 horsepower and 590 foot-pound torque, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and top speed of 202 miles per hour, which, in terms of photos, it looks damn beautiful in these mountains right here. We can actually maximize that on the screen a little bit. Rim's not too shabby, but it's got the iconic grille in the front, all the curves that you come to expect from the Aston brand. And yeah, it's an AMG, so it's still hand-built, but it's not. And yes, they've had V8 platform or powertrains for Aston Martin for decades, but I don't know. To me, they should just all have the V12 by default with a stick shift, which is a very rare thing in automotive these days. You're talking about a fraction of vehicles out there even have that option and the take rate. Now, they say, quote, to compensate for the extra shifted weight, the Roadster gets structural and suspension tweaks, including recalibrated rear damper software and retuned transmission mounts. Aston also says it engineered alongside the coupe rather than after it. Weight optimized shear panels were strategically added to make up for the inherent rigid defect that comes from removing the roof. The Z top folds itself within 8 levels of insulation, which makes it allegedly almost as quiet as a coupe. A long while rollover protection was formed by casting an extrusion to keep it robust and light, which this almost looks like a PlayStation 2 commercial or a cutscene, but we'll play the video really quick. So it's really disappointing because it's not this bomb. But I'm sorry, that is a pretty beautiful exhaust note. Let me rewind that for there. It's a little disappointing. I know this is a global commercial. It's not just for North America, though obviously the United States is the coolest market, bar none. But it's a little disappointing. They have this helicopter following it with, was it like a basket next to it? This thing is famous in most part thanks to James Bond, let's be honest. The fact that they don't have the helicopter trying to shoot this thing out of the road using missiles and it's diving back and forth, that seems like a lost opportunity. It'd be infinitely more exciting if that were to happen, especially if they had the pop-out machine guns from the car, though. That'd be even cute if they had a disclaimer like, not with this accessory not available yet. Something like that. That was so disappointing. There's something boring about paddle shifting and like it's supposed to be action scenes. It's so boring and anemic. They just did a close up of the center console where you can see the little pathetic little pseudo shift knob for the. It's obviously automatic. It almost looks like the Porsche little stubby little stick knob that you use. to switch from drive to reverse to park. Now, I did laugh because one of the last things it said on text on screen says, engineered for real drivers, which, yeah, I've been going to a track for many years. Again, granted, small anecdotal evidence. I only go to a couple tracks in the South, usually Texas. And you never, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen an Aston Martin there. I've seen pretty much every other major manufacturer of sports car there. I mean, but you really, I know they have a couple models where they pretend to be like track cars, and that did have massive carbon ceramic brakes that admittedly do cost more than my whole Honda Civic combined. But yeah, I think it's kind of funny they say engineered for real drivers, and they're kind of emphasizing that over the handcrafted. Well, it's handcrafted, but it's AMG. It's not their engine. But they also say or end the commercial with intensely driven, which 10 of them probably are out of the whole that are actually sold. And granted, their sales are doing pretty good. I've seen more Aston Martins in DFW in the past 2 years and probably 7 years combined. Like they're getting more and more popular. Now zooming in a couple of these photos here. Now I do appreciate the fact that they have physical buttons on the center console. So if you actually want to heat your seat, you don't have to go into the menu and click 20 different things on the touchpad. Then they do have the touchpad. It looks like they can get. It's the thing where you can mirror your smartphone on it, so you can get the nice GPS. Perhaps I'd argue one of the only few valuable things I appreciate in terms of modern automobile technologies that's been adopted in the past couple of years. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. But yeah, I wonder how many of those sell in terms of commercials are. I was gonna say convertibles aren't very popular. Yeah, look at that boring little. It looks just like the Porsche PDK transmission where it's automatic and you have a little selector knob. Which, yeah, gosh, there's something so boring about that. Again, I know a majority of consumers in the world prefer automatic transmissions. I like to think they're dead inside. They just never try to stick shift because if they did, they would never want to stop. It's the best experience in a vehicle you'll have, bar none. Well, the best legal experience you'll have in a vehicle, bar none. But yeah, there's something disappointing about me when I walk past a fancy sports car. It's got an automatic. I know it's fast on the track and yada yada yada, but it can't beat that experience of downshifting into a corner. I mean, it looks like the seats are pretty nice. You got carbon fiber everywhere, sleek design. And it is also funny. It's convertible. It's in a mountain with lots of snow everywhere. So we'll see how warm you really are. But overall, pretty impressive reveal. I'm sure they'll sell a couple more units. Now, go to the comment section. Not too many likes or ups or nothing there. You just have David Samaro saying Aston Martin makes some of the most beautiful, sexiest cars in the world, which, yeah, they do. They always look great when they're running. Goosetown says, manufacturers take note. This is how you integrate a screen to the dash and have a functional button, which, yes, I do appreciate that. I got one like. There's nothing worse looking at you, Stellantis, Dodge, Chrysler, where you have all the things you want the most frequent things should never be in the touchscreen. Talking about, heated seats, cooled seats, changing the thing I hate most about my Civic Si is there's no actual manual knob for the radio, or more accurately, the podcast machine for the speaker systems. You have to do the little slider, or more realistically, what I do is use the clicker button that's on the steering wheel. But yeah, there's some things that should always just be a manual button on the vehicle. And again, it looks breathtaking. A little disappointed that it wasn't, swerving around trying to dodge missiles like a James Bond film. But let me know, do you think this will be wildly successful? I mean, do you think what do you think the take rate will be for the actual convertible option? Will it be, do you think about 50% of people who want this will get in a convertible, or do you think it'll be 5%? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down in the comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.